Australians who test positive to a rapid antigen test will no longer be required to verify that result with a traditional PCR test. It marks another shift in the nation's testing standards as the Prime Minister cancels his leave to steer the next phase of the COVID response.
Gone are the days of counting cases.
6,781 new cases.
16 new cases.
867 positive cases.
17,636 people.
The Prime Minister has narrowed testing standards even further. Now those who are positive through a rapid test are no longer required to verify it with a traditional PCR.
You do not need to get a PCR test to confirm that. That will take pressure off PCR testing lines.
Over time, a reporting system will be implemented where positive cases can be logged with their local GP.
It's not about counting case numbers, it's about connecting people to care.
So essentially this is a risk-based approach which is different from what we had previously of a no-tolerance approach to risk.
It's one of a raft of changes confirmed at the 60th meeting of National Cabinet. Also gone, regular tests for truck drivers, while over 6 million concession card holders will be able to access up to 10 tests every 3 months, free through their local pharmacy. It's relief for some, but not all. The Prime Minister, along with state leaders, resisting the opposition's call to make rapid tests free for everyone.
And they need to make rapid antigen tests available, and the best and simplest way to do that is to make them free.
Universal free access to tests was not agreed by any of the states and territories today or the Commonwealth.
The Prime Minister remains open to further changes to help other vulnerable Australians. What do you say to carers or people that might live with somebody who is vulnerable, that might want to have several tests a week, maybe even every day, and would therefore have to spend hundreds of dollars every month just to make sure they're not bringing something home?
I mean, if we're finding that that is a particularly big issue, then we can address that through the NDIA. And this is where I say we will continue. I mean, it's not a set and forget approach.
We've tried to give the government some space to get its act together here, but it's getting worse, not better. The solutions they're putting forward are getting more complex, not more simple.
Action is also being taken to prevent the price gouging of rapid tests after the ACCC received hundreds of complaints.
If you are selling a rapid antigen test for more than 120% of, so a 20% markup on what you've paid for it to supply it, then you'll be in breach of that regulation.
Scott Morrison was due to take a week off, but that's been cancelled with a return to weekly meetings of the National Cabinet as cases continue to rise.
We have no choice but to ride the wave. What's the alternative? What we must do is press on.
Cameron Redden, Sky News, Canberra.